Welcome back to another week of That Stupid Podcast, our brand new format.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah?
What's today's date?
Today is June 13th, 2012.
No. You got it wrong again.
Yeah, I totally screwed that up last week.
Yeah, you did.
I know.
Yeah, you did. So really, what's today's date?
It's Monday.
Hey, guys, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, May 27th, and I think it's a little time for Gamechanger. We got a bunch of news coming for you today, and I'm really excited because we're another week closer to E3. Now, we are going to be doing a live blog for E3, just to go ahead and throw it out there. We have yet undecided if we're going to do a full-on live video stream, but the possibility exists.
It is a very strong possibility, because I have new hardware coming for the company, and
we need to test it. We need to test it.
We need to play with it, because that's what we're going to be using for Dragon Con. So
there's a good chance you can see me up here, doing the broadcast, and Steven may pop in
occasionally
here and there, you know, as we go through. So the biggest thing that I want to talk about this week, other than E3 and other about possible of live streaming, Nintendo. As of 2 days ago, because we're recording this on May 22nd.
Yep.
As of 2 days ago, on May 20th, Nintendo decided to kill all its Wi-Fi services for the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS.
And I was surprised and you weren't. You were like,
I'm not really shocked by this.
Surprised.
Those systems have been out for a really long time, and they are already out of support zone.
But I has a Wii.
Well, and I understand that. Now, the thing about it is they are not killing off the internet channel, the DS browser, the DSi browser, the DSi shop.
Which I don't care about any of that crap anyway.
Wi-Fi connection, pay and play.
Right.
The Wii Shop channel and YouTube channel. You
Well,
can't kill YouTube.
Yeah, you can't kill it. Well, it's good they're doing the Wii Shop channel, because that's the only one I use. That's
Exactly.
where I buy
They're never going to kill that off.
I mean,
That'll
so if I can
happen.
still buy my old Super Mario Brother games and stuff.
Still buy all your old games.
All right.
The annoyance here is that if you've got Mario Kart for the Wii, no more online races. If you've got any of the other games like that,
suck.
yeah. But these games have been out for so long. I can understand why Nintendo can't justify the cost.
They just want me to buy a Wii U, don't they?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. And they can't justify the cost right now. They're bleeding money. Piece of information, though, even if they lost $250 million a year.
For how many years was it?
They would still exist for 54 years. 54!
That's Nintendo money, people.
That is Nintendo money. So the biggest thing, as regards to that is if you have a newer DS, like a 3DS, a 3DS XL, whatever, right. It doesn't matter if your hardware's new. It's all about the software. So if it's an old DS game, not supported.
Right,
it's not going to be supported at all.
Very sad.
Moving forward, a lot of people are getting sued right now.
Wow, yeah.
Everybody getting sued. So you guys have probably heard of the Oculus Rift. We posted a joke.
The Coculus Rift?
The Coculus Rift.
It was
the virtual reality goggles for chickens.
And I posted, not a joke, but I posted a treadmill that walks omnidirectionally.
Which I have seen those in use with the Oculus Rift to play Counter-Strike.
That's just...
And I want that. I will be in such good shape if you can provide me with something like that to play
I'd work out every day if I could run around Counter-Strike,
that's right.
dude.
So, Oculus Rift is getting sued by ZeniMax
Which means
Media.
Facebook is getting sued by ZeniMax.
ZeniMax Media, in case you guys don't know, they own people like, I don't know if you've heard about them, Bethesda and ID.
Yep.
And, pretty much anybody who's been a huge player in the video game industry forever.
You know that little game in the 90s called Quake? I know not many people played it. It wasn't very popular.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, so.
What was it? Doom as well? Doom.
Little game.
Pretty much any of the Morrowind / Elder Scroll games. The reason they're pissed is because the Oculus Rift, when they first made it,
right.
the guy posted on a forum about it, and John Carmack, I want to say his name is Carmack. Is it John Carmack? The guy John Carmack, who made Doom. And he reached out to the guy. He said, hey, let's help you. And this was while John Carmack was working at ZeniMax. They brought in the Oculus Rift. They used some ZeniMax. They may have. I can't. This is all.
They allegedly
used a lot of the ZeniMax technology and custom code and other pieces of hardware that ZeniMax owns to complete the Oculus Rift. And there's a chance that a lot of that code and that VR secrets that they were offered.
So I wonder what Mark Zuckerberg's thinking about that right about now.
I bet he is pissed that he just spent a lot of money and he's about to spend a lot more money. Because if there's anybody in the gaming world I wouldn't want to screw with, it's probably ZeniMax.
Yeah.
Who has the biggest list of ongoing IPs.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The only thing that doesn't make them a patent troll is the fact that they actually produce a whole lot of great stuff.
That is very
because
true.
they sue people about as often as a patent troll does.
That's the weird thing about it. So speaking of other lawsuits, Blizzard's angry about StarCraft 2 hackers, and they're suing everybody.
Whoever you are.
But they don't know who you are. That's they have no idea who they're suing. Basically, they're suing. They filed papers in California on a StarCraft 2 copyright. It's about the Valiant Chaos map hack. Basically, what the map hack, not map pack, does is it allows you to go into this map or any of the maps that are on StarCraft 2 online and change a crap ton of variants to give you a huge advantage.
Ooh, I like it.
Now, the biggest problem is that all the defendants are unknown to Blizzard, and they're trying to protect the sanctity of the StarCraft 2 experience. The biggest thing is they're suing an online forum, which is what I don't understand, because they don't even know who owns the forum or who really runs the forum or anything like that. But this is where it was posted, and you can only get access to this forum by paying the measly sum of $62.50. So that may be an interesting workaround and an interesting little bit of a loophole for that lawsuit, because they're not selling the software.
Right.
That software for that map hack is freely available in the forums. You're paying for a key into the forums. You're not paying for the software.
Doesn't matter.
Now, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you feel about this as a developer?
So when it comes to legality, sure, they're not selling the software, but the very simple fact is, even if, and by the way, even if it was free to enter the forum, so let's forget the $62.50. That's not even the relevant part. So if it was entirely free, they're still perpetuating something that breaks someone else's intellectual
Absolutely.
property.
And by the way, it's the Valiant Chaos Forum. That is the name of it. I actually had to reference that real quick.
So that will be an interesting lawsuit, though. And
I think that will be.
So the fact that they're suing a forum, they don't have to sue a person. You can
you can sue an entity.
You can totally sue an entity.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to keep an eye on that one.
I'll be watching both the Oculus Rift and the Blizzard lawsuits, because I think that Oculus Rift lawsuit, because they're not just suing Oculus about the hardware, they're also suing them for stealing John Carmack, which is a big deal. They're basically saying, hey, John Carmack was ours, and you took him.
That's a hard thing to sue
That
for.
is a hard thing to sue
Unless
for. But
John had a non-compete or some kind of a disclosure clause.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting case.
So another big thing that happened this week that I'm really excited about is the Batman Arkham Knights footage.
Oh, wow.
dropped.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, you want to talk about a Batmobile? You want to talk about an amazing looking game? I saw everybody go in the forums, and they were like, man, that game looks so good. I wonder what the gameplay is going to be like.
That was the gameplay.
So good that Rocksteady had to come out and issue a statement letting them know
that was the
all
gameplay.
Of that is the in-game gameplay.
Yeah.
This is the first next generation game I've seen, period.
Yeah.
It's official next generation. They've been working on it for 2 years. And I finally get to do the thing that I've been dying to do since I saw Men in Black 1. I get to drive the Batmobile upside down in a tunnel.
Oh, nice.
That is. I'm really excited. The new
Remember that button that told you not to hit?
Hit that button.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. I'm really excited. It's got Kevin Conroy back, who I may be visiting next weekend at the little convention we have in town called Fanboy Expo.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm going just to meet Batman. I just don't even care about anything else.
Yeah, I mean.
So with that said, that is confirmed, I believe, for October. I want to say it's October 27th. It's going to come out this year. I know it is in October this year. It's coming out. They've confirmed that.
Looks good.
The other two things I really wanted to hit is that Steam is now supporting in their new update streaming your game across your home network.
Yep, saw
Basically,
that.
what that means is you can have your hardcore BA BAMF gaming PC in one room. If you've got a strong enough network signal, you've got a regular box in another room, you can stream it to that. Now, I haven't tested this. I'm probably going to test it just to check out the latency, the lag, any of those frame rate drop issues.
I wonder what protocols they're using for that.
I assume that they're probably using their own developed off the on live protocols that were also used, or possibly off the NVIDIA Shield protocols, which is where this whole thing came from.
Right.
In the first place. But the biggest thing for me is that I see no draw for this. For me, this is not a desire.
Here's where I see a draw. So, talk about my house for a minute.
Low-end Steam boxes?
Yeah, I could drop a low-end Steam box in my living room if I wanted. Get that big honking box out of there. and move that somewhere else. I mean, this little bitty, low-powered, nothing machine. I've got gigabit all the way through my house. I've got plenty of bandwidth.
That's what I was going to say. I really think that this is going to require a lot of bandwidth. I'm glad I have an N+ router in my house for wireless.
I would never do this wirelessly.
That's the point.
Yeah,
that's the point. They want to do this
I know.
wirelessly. I'm going to test it on N+ wireless, but might I suggest that if you want to do this
I would say AG.
You need I thought it was AC.
AC.
Sorry. Yeah, it's AC. You need AC stuff if you're not going to wire up for this. Yeah. Unlike some people, we don't all have freaking Ethernet ports all over our damn house.
We don't have you don't have a 24 port switch wired in your house? Oh, I do.
So dumb. Why would I not have that?
I know.
And this guy. So the last thing I think on my list is I wanted to talk about Wolfenstein: The New Order. Everybody's been asking me. Well, it's out, and I've read the reviews. It's got a Metacritic score of 79.
Right. I haven't played it yet, but
I can't justify buying $60 game for Metascore critic.
But you get Doom
Metacritic
beta
score.
access.
I don't care. I just don't. Oh yeah, that's really what I want to play is a first-person shooter in beta. That just sounds broke as hell.
Yeah, it usually is.
If you like Wolfenstein, I'll be honest with you. Go out and rent it before you actually make a purchase on it. And the reason I say that is because I'd rather waste $7 and not be upset than waste $60 or $70 and be super mad. And even if I like it with spending that $7, I will be happy to give them the $60 because clearly this is going to be replay value for me. And I'll know within the first day to 2 days of me playing that video game, this is what I want, this is not what I want.
Right.
So I suggest that you guys go out there. For me, I played it a little bit. Not the biggest fan of it. It's a lot of gray. It's very first-person shootery. It is a throwback to the '90s with better graphics, and I enjoy that. But for me, it's not a $60
dogs come
game.
run up and bite your ankles.
The dogs do. They have the armored dogs, and then they have the mechanized robot dogs, which are pretty cool.
Robot dogs. I like it.
So honestly, in my opinion, Wolfenstein not really a buy.
So kind of a.
I'm like about
it. All right. That's
not a buy for me. Might be a buy for you. Rent
fair.
It first.
That's fair.
So you had something to talk about.
I would like to talk about Defiance.
All right, bring it on down.
Defiance. So the show's coming back.
Yep.
June 19th, I believe.
I'm shocked. I really thought they were getting canned.
No, well, they already started shooting that show.
Okay.
And they've spent, they built that whole town.
They spent a lot of money
it's got to have at least 2 or 3 seasons. Now, Sci-Fi might cancel it like they've done with a couple other shows, but it'll still be made by Showcase because that's a Showcase Canada show, right?
Okay.
It's one of those joint ventures because Sci-Fi doesn't make their own television.
No, not anymore.
You guys didn't know that.
A long time.
There's not one show. The last show they made themselves was Eureka, and we all know what happened to that show.
That got canned after the 6th season.
Yeah, so sad. Well, it got canceled twice, but we're not.
Yeah, we don't need to go in that.
I want to talk about Defiance, not the show, because we're talking Game Changer.
Game Changer.
And I got a Defiance Game Changer.
All right.
June 4th, Defiance goes free to play.
Not shocking. Everybody's going free to play right now, especially
everybody's
in the
going
MMO
free to
world.
play. Now, here's the thing for all those people that spent $70 on the game.
You're going to be so butthurt.
Like me. There are some things, and they're like, and by the way, if you didn't spend $70, you haven't bought the game yet, it is only $10 right now, and you might think, well, I'm only going to spend $10. There's actually a good reason to go ahead and spend $10 now. Because you're going to get owner's exclusives that will never be available later once it goes free to play. And that...
Will that be a continuing thing or just a one-time?
You're going to get 2
thing?
extra character slots. You're going to get 2 more loadouts that you like. Loadouts, by the way, for those who don't play Defiance, are
it's your skill tree, right?
It's your skill tree. It's your weapons that you're holding, even your outfit.
Yeah.
You can the whole thing, your title, everything else. So, like, I have a loadout that's heavy artillery, where I've got like grenade launchers and stuff. I've got one that's a sniper rifle. I've got one that's a heavy machine gun, that kind of stuff. Even your vehicle can change a loadout. So you're going to get 2 additional loadouts to the upwards, because 5 is the max right now. As you level up, you can get up to 5. You can go to 7.
You can go to 7.
All right,
that's
awesome.
Cool. That's pretty awesome.
You're going to get an additional 35 inventory slots. Now, you can buy
That's a lot.
Now, you can buy inventory slots with actual pay dollar money, which you'd still be able to do. So even if but it'll cost you more than $10 to buy up to 35 anyway.
Just pay the money now.
So go ahead and buy the game now, and you've already kind of invested the right amount of money. It's unclear to me, reading all of this stuff, will this or will this not do anything about these extra downloads?
What do you mean the extra downloads?
Right now, the new Arc Hunter expansion pack. There was the Gunslinger expansion
Yeah.
pack. These are all $10 individually.
Ah, yes.
Or it was $40 and you bought the season pass.
I think they'll still be on sale.
So
I think that they may lower the price a little
they
bit.
might.
But
yeah. So I'm still unclear about that. But other things you'll get, your maximum key cards go from 50 to 75. That's important because there's some load boxes you can't buy. You have to pay 64 keys to even buy some of those boxes.
Yeah.
So that's a good deal. Like I said, the 35 additional because it goes from 35 to 70. I already mentioned that one. 30 days in Paradise patron pass.
I don't even know what that means.
Of 1,000 ArcForge. ArcForge
That's
is
the money. That's the new currency.
There's like 9,000 currencies. It's how you can buy different things. The 30-day Paradise patron pass is a loot / XP / skill boost.
All right.
To kind of help you out.
To help you get to max level. It's basically a
Which,
scroll
by the way,
resurrection for
which
WoW.
right now is really great because I just got back into Defiance. I hadn't played in forever. I've been playing
you
for the
rocking
last
out
couple
with your
days.
little Defiance.
Got my little Wrathy going on, so she's kicking ass. And I do play a girl. I don't know why. I just always do.
Because you're a dude, and if you're gonna spend that many hours in front of a monitor, you probably want to look at it. You probably want to look at a butt.
I think
Probably want to look at a girl butt. I'm just saying.
Maybe that's why I do it.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
You get to reroll your mastery bonus for weapons. That's an interesting thing. You get increased chances of rare items. So
there's benefits to paying.
There's
now.
benefits. So
just
you
consider
can buy
it an
now.
investment. Even if you're never gonna play this game, it's $10.
It's $10. And then here's the full list of rewards. There's the 20% XP gain that I mentioned, but you also get 10% discounts on in-game purchases. So if you are buying things with money,
you get a nice discount.
You'll get enough of a discount that'll pay for some of that back. The ArcForge, the script bonus, all that stuff. They've added a daily grab bag for, you'll get this daily Arc Hunter reward. You log in and you just get free money every day for 30 days.
So it's kind of like doing your dailies in WoW. You get a crap ton of friggin'
But
money.
you don't have to do anything but log in for these. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you don't even have to mission.
I mean, they have dailies too, but this is literally just log in.
Free money!
Here's a lock chest. It might have a gun in it. Here's some free money. So that's a big deal. But yeah, for those who paid $60, it's going to be free to play. This is not new for Tryon.
No, every one of their games after about a year and a half goes this way.
And it's interesting too because they have another game that's
which is probably why they're going free to play with this one.
Yeah. So because Rift went free to play about the time Defiance came out.
No, Rift went free to play 3 months before Defiance beta hit. I want to say,
so,
or it was right after Defiance beta.
And
hit.
I actually jumped on the Rift bandwagon at that point because I was like, you know what, it's free to play. I want to go check it out.
Again, played it in beta, just didn't really like it.
I'm not a huge fan. I prefer World of Warcraft, and
I also prefer World of Warcraft.
And Rift is basically WoW.
It's WoW, but prettier, and it is a lot less of a story.
It is way prettier.
It is a lot
graphically. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But Arc Age is a brand new game. It's apparently Battleship.
Don't really
looks
want to.
Really weird.
Well, nothing to do with
if you want to be able, if you want
Online.
alpha access to the game, you can pay $149.99 today. Yeah, pass.
No thanks.
So, but that's obviously why they're going free to play.
I'm gonna go burn $150 and still accomplish the same thing.
Yeah. Well, you always get a few, I won't pay that, but I am the guy who will buy the collector's edition of Diablo 3 and World of Warcraft so that you get the in-game things that no one else gets. Or I'll sign up for the betas if I can. So Diablo 3, I have a banner reward that you can't get unless you're part of the beta.
Yeah, I was in the Hearthstone beta.
Thing.
I've been in a lot of betas
I was in
myself.
That one too.
And we do get some cool stuff for that.
Oh, you do. With Hearthstone, I got a whole bunch of packs of cards for being in the beta.
Oh man, I got a bunch
40,
of a bunch
40
of cards,
packs of cards
and
or
I got a special every time I logged in, it was like you have a mount, you have a mount, you have a mount.
Oh,
I'm never gonna open those because I'm never going back to WoW.
Oh, dude, for World of Warcraft, I've got 50 or 60 mounts now.
I would just feel bad because I'm murdering horses when I go in there to destroy them. I don't. So many mounts. I got 60 of these.
So, the other thing about Defiance I want to talk about is the gameplay. Since I'm back in it,
great third-person shooter action.
It's gotten a lot better. It really actually has gotten a lot better. There are still some bugs, but not nearly like there was a year ago.
It was bad.
It was really, really bad. Some new Arc Falls and a couple new areas opened up. They're already hitting Season 2 quests.
Awesome.
So I did Episode 1's quest just today, just to get them out of the way. And yeah.
And you'll have to go back and do those when you watch the episode to actually know how it...
But you can replay them if you want.
Absolutely.
And they auto replay now. So before you'd have to go and reset your quest line.
You would. Now you
which
can
is
just
a pain
pick
in the
it.
ass.
Now you can just pick it if you've beaten it, right?
Yes, you don't have to reset even that quest. It's just available. It looks different, but you can, if it's a 3-part quest, you could just go back and do part 2.
Because you've already completed it, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. That was a great idea. They've added XP bonuses to their daily missions now. They didn't do that before, over and above the XP you would get for doing them.
Yeah.
That's a big deal because they want you to get your ego. Ego is your number. That's because level isn't a thing in this game. It's all about ego, and it's the run to 5,000. I'm at 34.99 right now because I stopped playing after a while.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
I'd be at 5,000 if I hadn't quit, but I got 200 just today though. I mean, once I get in there.
Yeah, I mean, once you get in there, start playing, and then we don't ever do another episode of the show.
My recommendation, yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I get.
So what would you say? Would you say go ahead and buy it?
I would say go ahead and buy it just for if you're even slightly interested in Defiance, pay the $10 right now and go ahead and buy it.
I will say this: if you're
By
just
the way,
an MMO
free to play is
person,
PC only. It's obviously not free to play.
clearly, it's not free to play. Yeah. Now I will say this: if you're just an MMOer and you're kind of bored and you're looking for something new, or you just want to have
It's a good time
failover,
waster.
go ahead. Just
Great
pay the
time
$10 now and don't worry about it.
And if you seriously don't want to pay $10 on June 4th, go
free to
download
play.
it. It'll be
Just go
free to
download
play.
it, yeah.
And I think you'll get your money's worth.
Absolutely, because I mean you're not spending anything. So anything else you got?
No, I just want to talk a little Defiance, man. Because
I'm glad.
last time I talked about Defiance was a couple weeks ago, and
We were all like sad about it.
So I wanted to give a little good Defiance news if I could. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you'll keep us up to date in it as
Absolutely.
we move forward on that, and we'll always keep you up to date on the news. Don't forget, guys, we will be doing some form of a live blog about E3 during E3 on the internets.
Ooh.
Maybe live video with me. I'll be a little bit of. But other than that, I suppose that's all for Game Changer this week, and we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to stop back around for
Card Wednesday.
Deuces.